Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing another topic, that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing one topic, that is Sunil R. Nair basically is not getting the job in software company as a project manager, software delivery head, and 22 plus years experience. So one of the person told that, yeah, the people who don't know anything basically, they are also basically at the big post like CEO, vice president. Because one of the satellite group person told that basically we have observed that basically because each and every company, software company CEO and vice president, they are basically watched by satellite group basically. We have tracked that basically they don't know anything basically. They know base, that must doesn't, I'm not saying that they don't know, but they don't have the knowledge basically. They are all then also basically they are sitting at the big level post basically. Because why? Because उनके जो बाप है वो कमिश्नर है शहर के, उनके जो बाप है वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के बहुत बड़े बड़े जज है. Their people basically are very high profile people basically, and they are basically very rich people basically. That means few people basically, they are using their power and they are sitting there basically. So one of the person told that they are doing nothing basically in sitting chair basically there. Just they are sitting and they are using the power of their family members. And they are having 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore per month. So power of post basically. And the people who know, who have the knowledge, they basically sitting at home and doing nothing. And there basically if they are applying for job, basically they are basically getting rejected, the resume are not viewed, they are basically telling that बेवकूफ़ है, काम का नहीं है, this that each and every like this they say, and they fired the resume basically. So one of the person told that in top level post basically almost all people basically are from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. So one of the satellite person told that assume that basically these three state ended means finished in nuclear blast. Just taking as an example, really basically this is not going to happen because there are lots of temples basically and lots of mosques, church are basically also there. So it will not end basically because God is there to save the Uttar Pradesh. Ram temple is there basically. Just taking as an example. Assume that these three states basically something happened and nuclear blast happened there, and because nuclear blast has happened many in Ukraine basically church was not there basically. Temple also basically was there, na basically. Parsi Agyari also basically was there. Lots of Sri Krishna God temple was there basically. But Ukraine basically ended. Half of the Ukraine has finished basically. Ended basically. But Ukraine basically saved by Jesus Christ, by Sri Krishna God, by Parsi group. No, why? There might be some reason basically. Russia might be more powerful because Russia have the support of Hindustan, that is Narendra Damodar Modi. And Narendra Damodar Modi means entire Gujarati basically. He have the support of entire Gujaratis. In Gujaratis basically there are lots of Patels because Bhupender Patel is a Gujarati. He is supporting Russia. So like this basically Jesus Christ also was not able to save. Why? Because this all power basically are supporting Russian group basically. So how basically Ukraine ended basically? That is, even the God was also there basically. Even Ram temple was there basically. You will not believe it basically. Even one of the few Ram temples also basically were there in Ukraine basically. That also ended. Few people told that basically it was a very old Ram temple basically. Very old, 200, 300-year old Ram temple. Then also basically Ukraine was not saved. Why? Because Narendra Modi support is there with the Russia basically. And he is Gujarati. And Gujarati means Patel. Bhupender Patel, he is Gujarati basically. and Patel means Amin are also basically with supporting the Patel's group basically. So these two groups are basically supporting Narendra Modi basically, and Narendra Modi is supporting Russia basically. And Russia, Narendra Modi means entire Delhi, entire Parliament House basically supporting. So you can just imagine basically. So Ram Temple also, that also 200, 300-year old basically. And Ram Temple Mudda is going since 500-year old basically. So Ram Temple Mudda basically came to India. It is not basically just now basically came. Ukraine also basically faced same situation basically, like 93 bomb blast, this each and everything. They have also faced long before, 200, 300 years before basically. And that temple ended basically. Ukraine also basically mostly ended. सो वन ऑफ द पर्सन बोलते हैं ये उत्तर प्रदेश में लफड़ा है कि बिहार में लफड़ा है कि मध्य प्रदेश में, कि पूरे नॉर्थ में लफड़ा है. Few people tells that basically we have purchased the entire Vadodara city basically, because we know the situation basically will reach to up to this level, because we have reached to 300-year-old Ukraine also there also basically we have faced this type of problem basically. So on the base of that problem basically we have purchased the entire Vadodara city also basically. Few north group basically. So one of the person told that it might possible that basically the Ram Mandir जो मुद्दा है that is not very new मुद्दा, that is very old. Ukraine time basically also, if you read the website of the Wikipedia basically, you will see that the history of Ukrainian. So few people told that there might be some other problem basically. The UP, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh people might be getting used. That also few people basically told. Their land basically might be getting used by a set of groups basically. Because possibilities are there, no, basically. Because you can't say the truth basically. What is the truth that you don't know? Why? Because when Mahatma Gandhi was killed basically, who knows that basically really Mahatma Gandhi was killed? Because there were few people basically who saw that Mahatma Gandhi killed. But Mahatma Gandhi body still exists basically. Few people basically tells that basically. And currently what he might be doing? Few people basically told that he basically is master in doing the head chakkar basically. Head chakkar means damaging head peoples and damaging the head and giving the chakkar basically. But he is Mahatma Gandhi basically. You can't say anything to Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi. Because rule of India says that basically Mahatma Gandhi is पूजा करो महात्मा गांधी की, because he is a राष्ट्रपिता of India. Few people says whether it is correct, that I don't know. Internet only basically few people says that basically Mahatma Gandhi still exists, somewhere he is there basically. Whether it is correct that basically the government only might be knowing, because they are doing the puja of Mahatma Gandhi. No? They have kept Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi in Sansad Bhavan, Parliament House. In police station also basically there. In church is also, church basically doesn't. So one of the person told that it might be the UP, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh mudda basically is not a new mudda basically. 300 year basically, same mudda basically was created in Ukraine also. So one of the person told that ऐसा तो नहीं, the Ukrainian president basically, Zelensky is from Uttar Pradesh or Bihar from Madhya Pradesh. Few people told that also basically. And few people told that basically इन लोगों को यही काम दिया है मेरे को लगता है, to do the war. UP, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, they have got this task only, to do the war. Currently war is ongoing, Ukrainian and Russia. And one of the person told that Ukrainian basically is from Uttar Pradesh and Russia basically is not from Uttar Pradesh. Russia's support is getting support from Narendra Damodar Modi, that is Gujarati, and he is basically have lots of team of Uttar Pradesh also. So indirectly Uttar Pradesh basically is supporting Ukraine also and Russia also. That basically it was like that basically. So UK, USA, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, there are two peoples basically. One is who is supporting Ukrainian, and one is who is supporting Russia. So few people told that this will create problem to India or not. That basically in future basically few people told that basically, because entire Ukraine basically has ended, not entire basically few parts basically, and the Russia has taken over that basically, and they are going to create their energy, their ideas, that your idea is not good basically, we are dumping our ideas. So one of the person told that this everything basically which is ongoing na basically, that is of ideas basically, कि तेरा आइडिया अच्छा नहीं है, मेरा आइडिया अच्छा है. Russia told that basically we are going to dump our ideas there in Ukrainian basically. So everything connects to the business basically. I will take one example. Assume that basically in Ukraine, 10,000 kilo or basically 1 lakh kilometer area, in 1 lakh kilometer area. Assume that basically Ukraine basically contains 1 lakh kilometer area. Just taking as an example. And that 1 lakh kilometer area basically was producing tomato, apple. Assume that basically these two only they produce from the energy of the buildings. They are not producing from the land basically. We are taking example of energy level basically. Nowadays it's a world is of energy basically. That's why. And that potato and tomato basically was producing some idea basically, and that idea basically was like that basically. Few mathematics problem basically was getting solved perfectly, and few chartered accountant problems also basically was getting solved perfectly, and few air condition company also basically was using that data. So just see how the business are connected with each other basically. So they told that basically tomato and potato basically was producing, the people was eating that, and they were producing mathematics and chartered accountant problem basically. They were solving the chartered accountants problem and mathematics problems, and that problem basically was few IITs and IIM group basically created few air conditions and given the air conditions to Voltas and then basically Godrej. They purchased that IIT's ideas, and they basically dumped the people's ideas, perfect ideas to the air condition. And whenever basically the chartered accountant people basically was reading the books basically, that time the air condition was there, and they were getting perfect idea basically. And when basically they were producing, Russia was telling that basically, भाई ये तो अच्छा idea नहीं है. अच्छा idea means they are not producing good ideas basically. Why basically? Because when just taking as an example basically, really it might not be. They're telling that whenever these ideas basically generated, the planets, lots of the planets also generated. Planets went to the universe, and universe basically connected with lots of planets. And there basically few planets basically got damaged. Due to that basically Russia told that basically this place basically you can't basically create the ideas. We are basically going to create the ideas. We are going to create tomato and potato from our data. That is the Russian data basically. So assume that basically they also created the ideas, they also created potato and they also created tomato, and they also basically generated same ideas, that is the mathematics and chartered accountant problems, whatever problem number basically they solved, and they also generated lots of ideas in the environment, and they also basically dumped the planets basically. They also created lots of planets in universe. They also basically told that basically yes, basically we are basically getting, our planets are also basically getting merged. Few planets there also basically got merged. Then basically the other USA country told that basically your idea is not good, basically we will finish that area and we are going to create our ideas. So like this business basically is ongoing basically, and lots of businessmen are getting created. Like this basically the business is ongoing, and one of the person told that this is the best example of business case study basically. And one of the person told that this is the best example for human resource also, because you have to place the human resource also there, na, basically. And you have to create the IT industry also there. So one of the person told the how basically the projects gets designed, how basically the Russian group basically designs the project, how the Ukrainian group basically designed the project, how basically the USA groups designs the project. Because each and every country's views are different basically. One problem is there, but the ways of solving the problems all are different. If you give this problem to the France, they solve the problem in different way only basically. How I will take one song basically of the France. Just a minute.